Hi y'all, it's Mario. So, I started recording a video about this and I spent around 8 minutes just talking about the legality of things. And I'm just going to reduce that to the 8 second. It's legal. Guys, it's legal. Miriam Stockley consented to an UTAU being made of her voice. And it's completely fair use in almost every definition except for educational to cut up the acapella uh, artificial intelligence acapella extractor result into in UTAU because it has no how do you say, there's basically no way to link the UTAU bank back to the original source. It's illegal if you don't have permission, but it's only illegal in civil court. You won't go to jail for it. And I think before they can sue, they need to send a cease and desist to give you the option to stop. Alright, so basically, you won't go to jail for this. You might go to jail. No, you won't go to jail. Even Miriam Kid, all that Yamaha or Zero G could do is take him to civil court, and it wouldn't be worth it because Yamaha's in Japan, Zero G's in UK, and Miriam Kid, I think, is American. I don't know. So it's only illegal in civil court, but Miriam gave permission to have her voice made into an UTAU bank. She didn't give me permission. I was not the person granted permission. However, it really feels like something that's transferable. Like, you tell Jenny you're okay with the UTAU being made of your voice, then Johnny can do it too. You know? So anyway, so the main reason I just gave up on the last video was because here's the thing. Reaper is my baby, and I love Reaper, but sometimes there are things that you can't really do in Reaper, and one of those is Melodyne. You literally need Melodyne to prep the vowels for Jinriki, UTAU. So anyway, so I prepped the vowels in Melodyne, and now I'm making the VV section. And you'll probably notice something looking at these. They are not cross-faded. Cross-fading is the enemy. Do not cross-fade. It will only bring sadness. And the funny thing is that how do vowels work, like, by design in UTAU? Cross-fading. But don't. Alright? Now we zoom in real close. And we just let him touch. Barely touch. And we'll just make this a little. Yeah, we're not trying for perfect. Unless you use the automatic button, USTs won't really use this. Oh wait, let me rephrase that. So if you press the automatic button, it will, which I think only is in shareware UTAU, it will automatically use these samples. It it will automatically use these samples, but if you're using a CVUST and you don't press the automatic button, these will not show up. Yeah, I have to keep it correct for crossfades. I just realized that. It's not a big deal for it to be off for crossfades and junk, but it's a really bad idea if you can control it. And then so basically what I was saying is that it's completely optional to use this VB section. I just really dislike running the vowel thing like every single time. So I'm like, yay. All right. And these, I'll just put these here. Wait. I'll leave those there like that, but for here I'll put this. And I'll cut it down here. Now this is for the in-out thing, and I'm going to basically just create kinda. You know, just kind of create the in a I U E O, like create the solo. Create the silence VV silence, because of the fact that, you know, like when they do trail off like on their own, they have a really weird, like, you know, end thingy. And I'm like, eh. So how's this sound? And of course, am I recording? I am recording. And I've actually done things as opposed to the last one. Been recording 8 minutes. I've actually been editing things. It's like a blessing in disguise that I just like couldn't previously. You know, so let's see how it sounds. A, I, U, E. Right now, let's see. So technically, these are kind of useless in the sense of, like using them. But the thing is just that the thing about it is it's just that, like, words. There will be USTs that do include the in-breaths and stuff. And you want to be kind of prepared, and you don't want it to just not show up. Just play silence. Because that's not really fun, is it? I don't think you can see it. No, not that far. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, things will have in-breaths and stuff. And this can also be used for the, how do you say? I'm sorry. For the, how do you say, regular vowels also. And I got distracted. I was almost done, too. That's enough. Like, I do think I prefer the pauses to crossfading in UTAU. So, I could have gotten the pitch fixed in UTAU, in Melodyne, but I was just kind of like, nah. I don't think it's that important. Yay, only one more VB. This section's really small. And it gets you real hyped. Like, wow, if it's all this easy. I won't right away render off the VB like I did before. Like, it'll all wait. It'll all wait. I like that. That's nice. This would be a perfect time to explain why cross-fading vowels is like the opposite of what you want. You know? Instead, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, it's like, you know, I'm not gonna tell you what's right. I'm not gonna tell you what's wrong. That's just up to you to decide, you know? It's your life. Alrighty. So now, oh man. First, no crossfades. I'm going to leave everything more or less. All the consonants the same, except for getting rid of crossfade. And I'm hopeful I can actually... Yeah. Not you. Copy. Oh yeah, sorry kid. That one was actually the only one that was the actual sample from the song. But I've got better vowels now. And I just have to make sure. Make sure. Okay, everything is touching. And before I play it, I'm just going to go through. I will need to do some tuning up, but I believe that I had been so extra with spacing it out to begin with that I will only need to do minor fixes in the Odo as opposed to straight up, like, redoing it. Which is dope. Dope as heck. Alright, one more. Yeah, that was it. There wasn't one more. That was it. I wish I had converted this to mono, though. I'll just lower this a bit. It feels a little too pop, pop, you know? Those words made no sense, did they? Man, this is unruly. Okay, yeah. It's not perfect. Now, what's next is what I call VC plosive, basically. And what that is literally, no, it's just literally fading this in so that it's like it's doing the building up for plosive. That's how I'll define it. I don't. I'm so amazed that I had the timing completely wrong. Just completely and utterly wrong. And then just magically worked out. That's how life is sometimes, you know? You're like, dang, everything's going poorly, and then suddenly something works, and you're like, I don't even want to ask questions. I'm just okay with it. No! Cut and copy are way too close to each other. Now, how long have I been recording? 21 minutes. Okay. So, yeah. So, yeah, basically, you think crossfading is so important because you want it to be smooth and stuff. But, crossfading makes it garbage. And you can really hear it when two things that are voiced have pitch, have different pitches, and it sounds bad. Okay, it doesn't sound perfect, but it's one of those little things, you know. Not a big thing, I don't think. And you might be wondering why there's a C here in the S line. And it's a thing I picked up from local BCB Bank. It's actually easier, not even kidding, it's actually easier to include all of the special characters that you literally do not need in the main than to figure out how to get all the sh sounds to have all the VCV it needs. Close enough, I think. Yeah. I'm literally not even joking. Getting it to this point took 7 hours yesterday. And it was bad. How do I fix this? Yes, that ooh's gonna be a problem, I think, but who cares? Yeah, it's like not perfect, but it's close enough, you know, because it was really bad beforehand. Like painfully bad beforehand. Like, see how bad it was? I had the spectrogram open. Why didn't I just do this? There. Alright. No. No crossfading though. So you can obviously see the problem here. There's just like nothing there. Okay, maybe. It's not perfect. There is a pause between the. Why am I saying? Why am I thinking like this? Like literally, it sounded so bad yesterday, and I'm like, oh man, this is so awful. This microsecond pause will really make things awful. And I'm like, did you hear what it sounded like yesterday, mate? It was horrible. It was abhorrent. It was bad. So you're wondering what this is, right? Okay, so this is something I don't know who made it up. I just know that I will not remaster a bank or whatever without doing it. This is pseudo CVVC. CVVC. And what it does is it turns a CV bank into a pseudo CVVC bank. So it gives you control over everything, all of the timing like CVVC, which I need in my life. I love that control. But even if you only have CV samples. And the way to do it with an existing CV, you can actually reverse the samples. This does not work with plosives, so that's why this track right here is VC plosive. So that, you know, it's like this. That's kind of what the VC before plosive looks like. So, all that. And I adore it. I really do. Like, the only saving grace of the old Miriam bank that I made yesterday, I'm already calling it old, was that it did have VC, so at least I could hear the timing corrected, even with the errors, because when I played it with the CV bank, it was disgusting. Even if it's not uniform, like, the closer this is, the closer it is to the original files, the less work I have to do in the otos. And because I was crossfading, I included parts of the vowel because I was not thinking. Like, I was not thinking. That was so not smart of me. Like, I would include part of the vowel from where the sample came from in hopes of blending it together better, like you wouldn't hear, but that's not how audio processing works. Audio processing isn't a magical, fun land where things just happen to make sense and sound good. If you're making something to listen to with your own human ears, this is a great idea. You know, it sounds a little wonky, but who cares? If you're feeding it through UTAU, Vocaloid, meow meow, sharp key, synthesizer V, yeah, that don't work no more. It looks at the things, it makes charts, frequency tables, and nothing works the way you want it to. Unless you go through and do stuff like this. Yeah, I think I'm really torn. Okay, I was pressing caps lock when I wanted to press shift. Alright, now let's listen to how it all sounds. Okay, how far did I put that down? That's negative 2.9. Yay! Also, if you're wondering how to get everything to look cool and pretty and purple, like these right here, you right click. You can't see this because I have it set to window capture, but you go to spectral edits and show spectrogram, and there's plenty of different things you can modify and change or whatever you want to make it more nicer. you know? So now let's listen to it, see if we're happy with it. Yeah, it's not perfect. The S's are a little too harsh, but life is life. And now, and once again, we can just control it. Not you. Control, copy, boop. And did I do anything weird? Oh yeah, I actually, yeah. All right. Yeah, this was a Spanish song. Or, no, it was Italian, right? A la notte by Miriam Stockley. I have no idea what language it was. Close enough, close enough, close enough. How long have I been recording for? 37 minutes. It's just going to be the same thing. Like 30 more times. I forget how many consonants there are. Anyway, I hope y'all had fun learning. If there's anything to learning. Okay, bye.